Hello everybody, and in this video I will be reviewing Sympathy for Lady Vengeance that came out in 2005 and was directed by Park Chan-wook. Getting released from prison after serving for 13 years for a crime she did not commit, Jim-sha seeks revenge upon people that caused all of the trouble and made her give up her daughter. Sympathy for Lady Vengeance, or as I'm going to call it throughout this entire video, Lady Vengeance because it's shorter and also some people just call it that, is the third and last entry in the Vengeance trilogy of Park Chan-wook. The previous films being Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance and Oldboy. Oldboy is a film that I have seen and I absolutely love, and I have a review for it in the channel. So yeah, check it out. I will have a link for that video in the bio of this video if you want to watch it. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance I have not seen yet, but after seeing Lady Vengeance, I am once again convinced that I definitely need to do that soon and probably will review it sometime in the future. All these films in this Vengeance trilogy are connected through the recurring theme of revenge. That's the theme of this entire trilogy, and Lady Vengeance is the one that we're going to talk about today. This movie is art house, and you can clearly see that with Lady Vengeance, Park Chan-wook completely let it loose and made the film that he wanted to make. He did not hold back. That's clear. You can see that his artistic vision is flowing through that film, and it's absolutely beautiful sight. Just like in the previous film from the Vengeance trilogy, Oldboy, once again in this movie, Lady Vengeance, we have an absolutely stunning cinematography. Once again, behind the camera, we have Chung, who once again works with Park Chan-wook and creates an absolute gorgeous, stunning shot. Pretty much every single shot in this film you can pause, print it out, and then hang it on your wall. That's how beautiful it is. I absolutely love the cinematography in Oldboy, but here it's once again is absolutely gorgeous. Another technical component that was great in Oldboy and once again is great in Lady Vengeance is the editing and transitions. Both done absolutely amazingly. And if you thought that transitions in Oldboy were something to see, watch Lady Vengeance because there are so many unique shots and transitions here. One of my favorite things about Oldboy, other than billions of other things, is the soundtrack. It's amazing. I love it so much. I listen to it quite often, and my favorite track is The Last Waltz. It's incredible. I can listen to it on loop and I never get tired of it. It's an incredible soundtrack. And once again, the guy who did Oldboy's soundtrack, Yeong-wook, once again did the soundtrack for Lady Vengeance, and it's amazing. Lady Vengeance soundtrack is incredible, adds to the atmosphere and makes the movie even better than it is. I was listening to the entire soundtrack, entire album while I was taking notes for this video, and I was blessed. My ears were blessed. That's how great the soundtrack is. Yeah, this guy, Yeong-wook, he doesn't let us down. All the technical things aside, now let's talk about the story of this film. How's the story? The story is a damn good one. This is another solid revenge story, and we have a great lead character. She is super well fleshed out, and she made the movie all the more interesting. If you watch this movie after watching Oldboy expecting a similar tone out of it, then you will probably be surprised because there are some actually humorous moments in this movie. Mostly in the flashbacks back to Jim-sha's prison life. But yeah, the humorous aspect of it actually surprised me when I watched this movie. But the movie, the tone, gets darker and darker as the story progresses. And I don't mean just the story itself, but also the color gets darker, literally. Now, there are two versions of this film. One is regular, where it's just normal, colored. Second one is called Fade to Black. And in that version, the version that I watched, the movie's color gets darker and darker until it's completely black and white in the last 30-something minutes. And I love this. I think it's a great, genius movie because the last 40 minutes, last 35 minutes of this movie is amazing. It's probably one of my favorite things about this movie, and it's a brutal ending, and I love it. And I feel like the black and white definitely added to the atmosphere of that moment and made it all the more effective and all the more atmospheric. The story of Lady Vengeance is not told in a linear way. It doesn't go from the past to present, but it actually goes back and forth. The narrative constantly goes back and forth to the prison time, to time even before that, to time now, to time before this. It's always going back and forth, and that may be a little bit confusing when you're watching it for the first time. I watched it for the first time, by the way, recently. But no, like, the story is really understandable. There's nothing to be confused about. But I feel like this is kind of a movie that you will like it more and more as you rewatch it. That's something that I'm personally feeling, because after watching this movie, the more I think about it, the more I enjoy it and the more I like it. And I know that if I rewatch this movie, I'm gonna love it even more. As I previously mentioned, one of the things that makes the story so amazing is the incredibly well fleshed out lead character, Jim Sha, and she's played wonderfully by the incredible actress Lee Young-ae. She is amazing in this movie. And another guy who's amazing in this movie is Choi Min-sik. Although his role is a little smaller than what he was in Oldboy, of course, he's a secondary character in the movie, still he is amazing. I mean, are you surprised when I say Choi Min-sik is great? I mean, is there a performance that this man has given that is not perfection? I don't think so. Overall, Sympathy for Lady Vengeance is yet another great entry and the final in the Vengeance trilogy, with a strong, well-fleshed-out lead character and a great direction and vision by Park Chan-wook. I'm gonna give Sympathy for Lady Vengeance 9.5 out of 10. So that is it for this video, guys. I wasn't actually planning for Lady Vengeance to become my next review on this channel, but then someone actually recently, under my Oldboy review, left a comment that I should make a review on this movie next. And I was like, you know what, why not? I wanted to watch Lady Vengeance for a long time anyways, and I love Park Chan-wook's film, so yeah, I did it, and I'm glad I did because I love this movie. Although I didn't love it as much as Oldboy, Oldboy is a masterpiece, still, this was a good movie. And I want to know your opinion, guys. In the comments below, let me know, what do you think about Lady Vengeance if you've seen it? And also, what is your favorite film in the Vengeance trilogy? I'm curious about your opinion. Also, in the bio of this video, I will have links for my, first of all, for my Oldboy review separately. Watch it if you want to. And then I will have the link for my playlist of all the Korean movie reviews I've done so far. Check that out if you're interested. And also, I will have links for both of my social medias there, Instagram and Twitter. I post movie, TV show stuff, random stuff there, so yeah, if you're interested, check that out as well. And if you enjoyed this video, you can like it. If you didn't, you can leave a dislike too. And if you don't want to miss my other movie and TV show related videos, subscribe to this channel. Bye.